Okay, I'm back. I sometimes have computer problems. My computer has to totally do a lot of things these days. To finish up this Grinch, and I gotta make them look halfway decent before I leave YouTube. And then I'm going over to probably I'm gonna go to Facebook today for a small character thing because I mean I never was fully paid like this before. I don't know, it's kind of scary. Maybe that's my Christmas present. I mean, I keep over there because I love my groups, but I never actually was getting paid before like that. I almost have a eligible for subscription. It's a big accomplishment over there. I usually end up sometimes changing these colors because of my poster board. And I know he's traditionally has like he's supposed to be white like a Santa, but I don't think white is gonna work with the Grinch because it's already on a red one, so kind of like all these colors have to alter together and be different. So I'm making the belt black because I really want this to be good. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the one I'm gonna keep for myself. I get greedy when I start making these decorations. I mean, I really gotta like somebody to give them that. Like you spend all this time making them, and then I always keep the best ones for me. Or this could be the one that's for my friend Carol, because she always buys me my little supplies. I did put red paint in the middle, like of the suit, but it had the black chalk. Kind of isn't isn't that bad. I guess this could be like the Santa Claus suit that, like the goth style. We'll just the goth style. We'll just say this is the goth version of the Grinch. It's not traditional, but it is what it is, and I do enjoy this because I was really, really getting burnt out from work. So this really helps with work burnout because that's really where I make most of my money. I mean, one day, I guess if I do make like money over here, that's cool. But I like just honestly, I just do this because this is just something I'm doing at this point in the day, and it seems that you guys it calms me down more. I guess you could say when I'm doing something because I don't have that awkward pause like when you're talking to your friends and stuff. So, and I don't like having that. So that's probably where painting comes in so handy. All right, there's no one here yet, so I'm gonna make the little ball black. I mean, I might add some. Let's see. I'm thinking about adding to it, but I'd like to finish a whole piece when I'm on one network. I feel it's better. Like I didn't want to sit there and finish this if I didn't start it over on Facebook because I feel that it would confuse people. And the way I do the streams and I number them, I don't have to worry about putting part one and part two and all this stuff. So did that and just start doing touch ups to people come. There's always that you have to wait like 10, 20 minutes, and it seems like an eternity to wait. It really does. So I am, I guess, an impatient person, and I got other stuff in my life going on, so that's why I kind of do what I'm finishing for the day. I kind of don't want to. I don't want to do too much with these eyes. Maybe just touch up here. I try to do little touch ups to all of them. Because if you don't do touch ups to some of your paintings, they go to hell. They really do. And you always see these little touch ups where it could have been better. And I guess that's where I'm at with the Grinch. Is I just feel like some of this could have been better. So I guess this is part two of the first one. I just this is my only spare time anymore, is literally while I'm painting. It's sad, but the holidays are horrible for medical people. But I am here for reading if you want one. And if you don't, you don't. But I guess, it's been, you guys seem to like watching me do my little paintings. I'm hoping, doing all this overtime I'm doing, my Christmas present to myself this year is going to be a MacBook. Probably of sort. I'm going to wait until probably around Black Friday. And I should have a good little chunk of change because I've been living at work. And I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna go to Amazon and start working on my book because I have it written. Lovely, it's called Lovely in the Dark, and we're giving out a lot of money, like candy. And they're working with people with their overtime because I tell them I can only do certain days because I figure it's easy money. All I gotta do is stay awake, eat some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And really, you don't want to eat like I do sometimes 17-hour shifts. You don't want to eat a lot at work when you're doing that because it just upsets your belly because you got to keep going and doing things. And I only get maybe 10 breaks a day. And then they want me to stay all the time, so I sit down for a while a lot. Sometimes I'd be sitting down for an hour or two, but then I gotta, because I'd be doing a lot of hours back to back like this. But it's gonna pay for a nice computer. Because this year they were saying the Red Hot deals are supposed to be getting better. So I'm gonna put a little pocket in here. So I'm over here, and I figure I do enjoy coming over here. You guys are pretty cool. And I'm not gonna lie, people at my work think I'm like very cool because I'm over here and I'm able to paint on live stream. I mean, I work with medical people, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes we just don't have a life. So they think I'm a superstar at work, and it's crazy. And I tell them all I am not a superstar. I tell them I'm not even close to a superstar. There's, I'm like the unsuperstar. I have a very boring job. It's a lot of paperwork. It's very tedious. And then on top of all the paperwork, I do the patient care. And then I got to deal with the families. The many, many families. of my life. I'm doing two pockets on here. This is what drives me to painting, I guess, because it can be very tiring. I'm just trying to do some accents over here, especially by certain areas. I'm gonna put a couple buttons over here, and then I'm gonna put a poinsettia down in this painting. So this one is probably going to go to Carol, because she's probably going to be looking forward to, because she bought me all these acrylic markers, which I appreciate. But the thing is I always don't use them because I have so many paintbrushes, so she's always the first serious painting to go out. This here. And I'm trying to get the hang of YouTube. I really, really am. I think I'm doing a better job. I must be doing okay because the Facebook community seems to be more interested in my existence. I mean, I'm not a very interesting person. I am very flattered that you guys do find me interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna have it like his head's cocked this way. This way it gives a nice little outline because I gotta make sure this one's a little bit nicer. I swear, they tell me I need to sell my paintings, and I keep telling them that there's so many better people out there than me. Every time I work people this, I'm like, I am not talented. I just draw. I go, there's a million people. I guess I would probably pick like 600 YouTubers probably that can paint or show you how to paint, and it's probably way better than mine sometimes. They could probably draw faces. I would love to do faces, but I've heard it takes years. And you have to do this kind of stuff a lot to draw faces. So I'm just going to sit here and perfect this one. It's been 12, 13 minutes. Sometimes it's better to go and restart because you never know, you get a new crowd. Diversity is life. That's what they say. I like doing black outlines on my characters because I feel it gives it elegance. And elegance is the symmetry of life. It really is. Get that down. Get this outside here. I like to swirl different colors because you want your character to pop out if you can. Because why have a character that's just not popping out? It doesn't make any sense. You want to show lines and definition as much as you can. Oh, I got somebody. I'm finishing up my Grinch painting. And I'm doing tarot card readings also. And apparently I have to leave here, but just for like a half hour, I'm going to do small characterages over on Facebook. They've been thirsty for me to get over there. And I have a lot of live stream cameras right now, so I got lots of stuff going on, and I gotta finish this one up. So I'm gonna probably put I'm gonna put a poinsettia in here. I definitely wanna. I'm thinking a snowman and a poinsettia. Because I really like these poinsettias. I downloaded some images because I'm gonna put a poinsettia, maybe two over here, and I think it would set off the Grinch painting really well. But the Grinch turned out pretty damn good. I mean, he's not bad, this guy. So I'm gonna probably chalk this out. I'm gonna use a black, or sometimes I can't put my black, I use carefully, but here's my black chalk. I'm gonna have to order more black chalk. I seem to use this way more than any other color. Probably because a lot of the stuff I do is on poster board, and it's a lot easier to do. But you want to add things, I always add little different things. Everybody adds like this and that. I'm thinking of just adding, I had to do the tree of life that took me like 3 hours, but that was horrendous. So I got really good at leaves, needless to say. I'm very good at leaves because of the tree of life. If you ever want to attempt to get that, that is going to be a long painting, my friends. You got to get your, if you want to smoke a bowl or whatever you want to before, you better get it all done before. Okay, this comes to the middle, so you got to bring this out. Leaves are very precise. I can learn that in my whole voyage of learning to be a painter, which has been, I don't know, probably about 6 months, something like that. I am doing like horrendous practicing because I don't really think, honest to God, any of my stuff is all that great because I want to be doing faces. And until you're actually able to do faces in this whole painting community and stuff like that, you're really not that good. You're okay, but it's really not being good either. Alright, these are a bunch of circles in here. But I figure if I can really soup out these posters, maybe, just maybe I can be somebody in this painting community and juice. So, alright, back to finishing this out. So once this is done, I'll be done over here. Because I'm probably going to do another impression of the Grinch. It's going to be Grinch Day. Over on Facebook, I'm going over there next. And then after Facebook, I'm going to make an appearance on my faves, Instagram. I do enjoy Instagram. I'm not going to lie. Most of the stuff I share to my groups are from Instagram. They have the best stuff, and it's the funniest stuff sometimes. They have the best sarcastic humor over there on Instagram. And I love the Snapchat. Oh my god, I'm going to do a Snapchat today. I cannot wait. I'm excited about the Snapchat that I'm doing later. So much fun. I do enjoy that. I don't know why. I just do. I just feel that you should do things that make you happy in life. And honestly, things like this make me happy. I feel like a teenager. I go over there and I be over there walking my dog, and I got 500 views over on Snapchat Plus. I know it's probably not the biggest accomplishment over here. Is pretty much the cream of the crop, they say. But it is what it is. But I do enjoy the little things better than the big things. I've always been that way, I guess, in a sense. I don't know. I think this just describes her well this way. Touches up with a little green this way. I feel the face looks lopsided. So I gotta fix this face. Bring this out like this. Try to fix this up. It looks bad. I don't like the way his face looks. I'm gonna do something with the face. I always try to make Carol's look the best. I worked with Carol for 5 years. And I tell you, this woman at first, when I first started working with her, I thought she hated me. But apparently she didn't. She buys me lots of my art supplies and all that. It really barely costs me any money at all to stream. If I tell her I need something, she'd be on Amazon, and her son's rich. She's pretty much the reason that I'm still working there, honestly. As long as she's there, I'm probably just staying there. I always call her the sheriff because she's in charge, pretty much. She's the unofficial charge person. She can sink you, you'll sink or swim with her. When things she'll cover you or not cover you. She's like friends with everybody. And these, my friends, are the people to have as your friends. And she knows I work my ass off, and I do. So this is how I survive in this climate. Okay, it was a better idea to put the green in his face. You'll notice these little things kind of as you're going along in your painting. I mean, Santa looked horrible when I first made him, and I had to fix his face up. Because your faces, I mean, they're hard. I'm not gonna lie, they can be hard, but it's because they have to be the most precise, and that's what makes faces a little bit harder than other stuff, I guess you could say. But yeah, it was like way too short his face, and I'm making it a little bit longer. But you could do that if you do chalk and then go to your painting. All your little mix-ups when you did your freestyle, you can fix up in this one. And like I said, I always get a lot of paintbrushes. Oh my god, a lot of paintbrushes. I'm gonna need paintbrushes like crazy. I mean, I got like 50, and I feel that she's gonna be buying me more paintbrushes soon. I feel it's coming with the paintbrushes. But yeah, and I take denture cleaner, and I clean them with denture cleaner, and I swear it works. It works better than Dawn because I'm always having issues issues with something with cleaning, so I'll take all these, put in a denture cleaner, and I don't have to really scrub that much. But this is who I am, honestly. I be trying to clean because I cannot stand when things are messy. That's probably why they like me so much at work. That's not bad. I did not really. The face is not bad. I'm thinking I'm gonna put the black around this side. I extended the face out, which was really good. This really helped my painting a lot. Oh my god, did that help the painting? Just do that. Well, that looks good. Now I just need to somehow fix up these eyeballs. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about putting a little red inside, the red chalk paint on the inside to fix these pupils a little more. Because his eyes really suck. So, there's nothing good about these eyeballs here. And then I put the pupils back in. Like I said, this stage always does that. Put this here. I'm still gonna put this pupil in. But I messed up on the eye, so if you with poster board, if you just and it's already red, if I do that, then it's like I'm fixing up my mistake here. And you can make it way nicer. Alright, now I'm just gonna, I think this was my little brush. I'm just gonna take here, around this way. I'm gonna redefine these and just give them a minute to kind of soak in. If you don't give the paint time to soak in, it just is not your friend. And it's not good. It's not good when it's not your friend. Well, sometimes I don't put a ton of paint, just enough to accent it. And I'm gonna look at my other picture to see where those eyeballs are centered because now we gotta refix these eyeballs. I have the point set up. Here is my original picture. See, I can have his eyeballs going anyway. I might have him looking straight ahead because his face looks 800% better. It don't look like some person that I don't know was having a bad day painted it. So, just stick a little bit of this on top of this chalk paint and then dab it. You could dab these things too. Sometimes I go for dabbing. I think dabbing is a very good thing. And I'm gonna give him a little bit of eyebrow. I feel that it looks crazy without something. It needs a little bit of eyebrows. Alright, I dabbed this, now I'm gonna fix the mouth a little bit. Because I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it nice. Can't sit there and give people shitty Christmas decorations either. At least make it look good. I mean, you can buy anything from Amazon and AI made it, but I mean, it's fun. I like their little music selections. But there's nothing like hand doing your paintings. But sometimes I feel if I use the other people's music, there's just a lot of stuff going on in that area a lot lately. I don't like to make people angry and all that. And I feel sometimes it's easier just to do your own thing, I guess. Gotta equal that side out. And plus, for the stuff I do, I mean, I don't think it would work with a dog walk and stuff. Sometimes I just need that intro beat that kind of puts my writing on display. Because really, that that's what I'm doing is my writing when I'm making the reel. But yeah, this is a pretty dope looking wrench, and he looks kind of terrible at first. This is not bad. I think I'm gonna put Let It Snow over. That would be nice. But like they have art. I used to always look in the 40s where people would take posters and they would actually in the 40s. Ooh, I got to put this over here. But there was a painter anyways in the 40s because I have nothing better to do but look up historical stuff. But anyways, there's a lot of people like that would like paint posters, and this was before AI and all this business. And the- these posters would get pretty big in the 40s, and people liked it. And it just got to be a big market in the 40s. And then it would be just, I'm not talking, non professional people that would literally, they would take detail in these posters and they would frame them. And that's why people started framing posters a lot of times. But it was a practice back then. And this is kind of like on this historical way to paint. Because if I was just a freelance artist, nothing special, just there was always a job for people to paint posters, back in the day. And this is kind of how they did it, just like a kind of different way. And sometimes we adapt to, I don't know, sometimes old ways aren't horrible, but it's an old world technology and it's cheap and it's really pretty. I actually like the poster art from the 40s. I mean, when they did election stuff, like when people were running for president and all that, they used to have posters made, and people would paint posters because they had to be done nicely in a certain way before they were printed out. And this was a lot of times how they did it. I want to do mine in swirly lines. It's kind of what I'm doing. Instead of just doing all this, I kind of wanted to fade out like that, like if you would look at a poster. Because this is kind of like the effect I want, because technically it's 1940s poster art. And you're not using it and like these usually were these freelance artists, they would have people that wrote, they'd have a group of writers, and this is what they did. And they wrote slogans for the posters. And I thought it was a brilliant idea. And then posters, if you had a bunch of posters, you weren't poor. Because a lot of times, they were looking, a lot of these companies had poster art. So I figure now that it's cheaper to do it and times are better, poster art maybe could make a comeback because I don't know if I'm the greatest at the other kind, and I'm okay with it if I'm not, I guess you could say. But I really enjoy the poster art, and I feel it gives a lot of tranquility to a piece. So, I'm gonna probably just do this for a while because it is really cheap. I buy tons of poster boards and I I treat it like a kid. Every piece of art should be made with love. You should be able to feel it, the curves of it, and everything. 'Cause that's what art is, symmetry. That's why a lot of people like to paint pretty trees. When you're painting pretty trees all day, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do another line this way. That way. And I'm just gonna do some downward strokes since this is body. That way. I kind of want to make it look a little trippy, I guess. I'm going for the trippy effect. And I'm sure that anybody who's, went on a spiritual journey would appreciate things like this. You go on these spiritual journeys, you just find things and you see things, and sometimes you just find things out about yourself that you didn't know. I just went on a spiritual journey, and painting came up in my spiritual journey, and so since then I've tried.